Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Trina B with Life ENT Group, and welcome back to the show. We have a special guest joining us tonight. Hey,
Hey, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? How's your day been, man?
my day been pretty good. It's been pretty busy,
Right,
it
right,
don't stop.
right. Keep getting this coin. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So, can you introduce yourself? Let everyone know who you are and what is it that you do.
So, everybody, my name is Bam. I'm 24 years old. I'm originally from Indianapolis. I moved here about a year and a half ago now to Atlanta. I am a metal artist.
Okay.
So, that is a whole conversation within itself.
Okay. Listen.
But yeah, that's what I do. I do metal. I act and just entertainment as a whole. I love it. I love doing theater. So all that, anything entertainment.
Okay, so you said you're a metal artist and you act as well. How do
Yeah.
you find the balance between acting and being an artist as well?
So what I did was I took a few years off. We're
Mm-hmm.
focusing on my music, and I just focused on me acting
Mm-hmm.
to help build that portfolio.
Right.
And then after that, it was just it kind of worked itself out. I have a son, but I'm really blessed to have a good support system.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would do like acting during the week. I'd be in the studio on the weekend. So, just making my
Right.
money and
Yes.
doing what I love. So always.
Yeah. So do you take acting classes?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No, my mom, she's been acting since I've been born.
Okay.
So I kind of follow in her footsteps a little bit with that, and she kind of will help me here and there and
All
do that
right.
kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what's up. So what have you played in?
So I did the Color Purple tour, not
Okay.
the Broadway version, but my
Okay.
mom, she directed another like tour of it. Basically, we toured
Okay.
the U.S. But I did that. I've done a lot of like stuff in high school, doing plays and
Okay.
stuff. I was an orchestra kid.
That's me too,
You know what
girl.
I'm saying?
Yes.
Show choir,
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. But like a lot of times too, I would help backstage too, because
Mhm.
I mean. That's a whole nother thing. I love like being backstage and kind of also watching other people work.
Right.
So there would be times where I'm working on set, but I'm working backstage. I'm not acting. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
just kind
think
of
the behind the scenes is where it's at. That's where the people at. Like
Right.
that's I love to be behind the scenes because I get to get my networking in.
Right,
Look, the
right.
guy with the photographer, hey, I'm coming to you. I'm about to know
Right.
everything that you do.
Right.
You over here with this food, what you do, girl? I got you.
You cook, I need your catering. You feel me?
Yes.
All of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna shout out a few words. And the words that I'm going to say, I want you to tell me what you think about them, okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the first word is support.
What's my definition of support? Is that kind of
Yeah,
what I'm doing?
yeah.
Okay. My definition of support would be someone who is willing to help you without anything in return.
Mm.
That's support to me, not someone who gives you something and then basically will use that over your head and dangle it above you. That's someone who's truly supportive.
All right.
Yeah.
Next word is effort.
Effort?
Effort. E for effort.
Passion.
Okay.
That's what I think of
Okay.
automatically. I don't really know what else to say.
All right. Passion. Now, define passion in your own words.
Okay. Passion is when you're willing to risk it all to make it happen. Not caring what other people think. You're just gonna do it. You know what I mean? That's passion to me. Someone who doesn't care what other people naysayers have to say. I'm gonna do this because this is what I love to do. That's passion.
Right. So, passion versus talent. How does that balance?
Shady or no. Shady or no. Some artists do not know the difference. Like you can be talented with no drive / no passion. And then you'll be sitting at home and be like, well, my cousin Ray, he's the best rapper in Atlanta.
Right.
Why he on?
Right.
He ain't got no passion.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? So those are two different things. You know what I mean? Get your talent, get your craft right first, but then you got to put passion into it to make it happen.
Yes, I definitely agree
Yeah.
with that. You have to have that passion, even if, like you said, if your talent is okay or whatnot, but you got a good talent, but you sitting there and you're not putting a lot of passion into it.
Procrastinating.
Right, and you don't grow when you sit there and procrastinate. So how are you going to say that you want to be this big artist or whatever, but you procrastinating?
Right.
Okay.
No procrastinating, guys. Get up and get it done.
Yes, yes. So I guess passion kind of goes with dedication as well.
Yeah, right. Because you have to be dedicated to have passion.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, they fit together.
Right. So can you tell everybody, what do you have going on right now for yourself?
So a few things changed last time we talked, actually. Okay. So I actually have some news for you.
All right. Yes.
Right now, I am under negotiation for a manager.
Okay.
So I'm super excited. That's something I've been working towards. That's been a personal goal of mine for a while now.
Why do you feel like you needed to?
Because like I'm gonna be real. Like, unless you know somebody in Atlanta, you're like some doors don't open. Like, and that's sad, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, from my personal situation, it's like, everybody wants to work with me, everybody wants to do all these things, but I need to see this person.
Right.
I need a manager to get me in front of that person.
Right.
So that's why it's been a personal goal of mine, because I feel like I've done as much as I personally can on my own. So now it's time to kick it up a notch, So right. I'm in negotiations for that, and then I have a agent that I'm talking to right now as well, a booking agent. So
what's the difference between a manager? Well, you said booking agent. So the manager don't book?
No. Like, she would be handling like my schedule and like handling like who you're meeting today. Okay, we're gonna do the studio at this time, like that kind of thing, and then like booking agent, like shows and etc. like that. So more like venue type of person that handles all that kind of stuff. So two different things, but they coincide.
Okay, so the manager, a booking agent is what you said, and then what about promoters? Do you work with them?
Me, I just like radio promoters, like working with radio promoters. I don't really like working with any other type of promoter. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. I feel like that's why another reason that I want that booking agent. I don't want to have to be talking to the agent of the place I'm trying to do a show and going back and forth with you. I'd rather there be somebody else handling that. So if anything does get messy, I'm not there. Right. You know what I mean? Like, y'all do that. That's, I'm saying, here's the money, let's move on. So that's just kind of me. I like to keep it clean. I don't want to be in no mess.
Okay, listen, that's why you hire people to handle that for you.
You go do that, babe, please.
Right. So that sounds like you getting a business together pretty much as for you as an artist.
Right.
So you said that you realized that you couldn't like move anywhere further than what you did. So you reached out to people.
At this point, and then don't ever feel afraid to need help. Like, there's some people that are I'm gonna do it myself, I'm gonna be independent, blah blah. That's fine. The independent way is not the way for everybody. If you've done that, congratulations, because I know how difficult that is. But me personally, I need help. So don't ever feel afraid to ask for help if you're an artist and you're upcoming and that's what you need to do it.
Okay. So are you an artist that is looking to get signed like by a record label, or do you want to continue to keep on putting out your own individual things?
I am one of those people that have known I've wanted to be a singer since I was born.
Okay.
So I researched, can I cuss? Like, I researched the shit out of all of these different labels because I want to know any drama that's happened in your label. I want to know everything about your label. I want to know who's on it. I want to know everything, because also, it's easier to work with somebody that you want feature if they're assigned to the same label as you, all that kind of stuff. I want to know all of it. So what I look for me personally, my dream label would be someone who's like willing to put in the work with me, but let me still be myself. I don't want to change that. Now, I have no issue with you helping me grow and molding me and giving me advice, but if you're telling me to like bluntly, I'm not the type of person to be like butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole like sex sells thing, like, I'm a pretty girl. Let's keep it real. I don't need to be butt naked. Like, I'm not doing that.
I'm a pretty girl.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just not my brand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wanna be edgy, but still like PG-13 edgy. Like, I'm not trying to be no X-rated artist. And I feel like some people, they do get stuck in that, where they have to do that, and then people don't think about how that affects their mental. Like, they sexualize so much. I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, that would be my dream label, though. Like, someone who's like, okay, we're gonna build you up, but we're gonna still like help you keep the brand that you've built on your own too. You know, so that's kind of.
So you don't want to be like a sex symbol.
No, like, no, not necessarily. You know what I mean? Because it's like, for me, I feel like there's enough of those. There's enough. We need more women in the industry that people look up to. Like, oh, she's intelligent. She's wise. She's blah, blah. I want to be labeled as that. You can think I'm beautiful. That's fine. Thank you. But don't just be like, oh, like, I know her for her booty and her titties. Yeah, like, that's not what I want. That's not what. And
it's a lot
I'm just keeping it real.
It's a lot of artists out there that are built like that, and you pay so much attention to their body that
you not listen to
their
lyrics.
Music sound like trash though. So it's like you look like you look like a Barbie, but what you putting out here, what are you doing? Like, man. And then the thing about it is, it will sell just because of the appearance. That ain't even got to be hitting on nothing.
Me, like for real, like especially the rap industry is so saturated with that. With that, and I just feel like, you know, bluntly, you got all these little black boys and girls growing up, and that's all really that they looking at. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I'm like, nah, like, let's switch it up. I want to do something different. I want kids that get bullied to feel like it's okay to be themselves. It's not white to like metal. You're not acting like a white person. It's okay to speak proper. It's okay to do all these things. You want to do whatever you want to do. I hate, honestly, that our community puts ourselves in a box.
Yeah, we do.
Why are you putting your own in a box? Let them breathe. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the entertainment industry. Like, we founded music. Let's keep that real. There needs to be a black person in every single genre, period. And there's not. That's mainstream anyway. You know what I mean? Like, they're there, but ain't nobody paying them no attention. So I'm trying to break that. That whole thing. Let's get it done.
Oh, sis, you got it.
Right, period. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get this money. About to get this coin for all of us.
Yeah, so since you were speaking on the future, the industry, what do you see going forward in the future of the entertainment industry and the music industry?
Where I think it's going to like shift to.
Where you think it's going to go?
Man, honestly, with COVID, I can't even give you an answer. You know what I'm saying? For real, because it's like, it's scary right now. It really, really is. Like, I don't care if you're Cardi B, it's scary right now. You know what I mean? Like, you're not touring, you're not doing nothing. All you really can do is release music and hope people will, like, purchase it on iTunes and etc. Like, there's not really that much that we know. You know, everything is kind of uncertain right now. So, but I mean, keep pushing though. And honestly, I always said to people, this right now, honestly, is a blessing in disguise because you do have so much downtime that you can focus on whatever craft you have. You know what I mean? Whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to flip houses, go do that house you've been having sitting there for a month. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, right now, like, there's no reason for you not to be on your hustle. So that when things go back to normal, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready.
So do you think that the current economy and, you know, previous economies, do you think that plays a factor in the entertainment industry?
Yes, that's for sure. And especially, like, you know, if you really look into the tax cuts and stuff like that Trump has done and all these different things, it's like some have benefited the industry, some have not, you know, and it also is based on opinion, but that's just me. I would have to say yes. So.
All right. So as an artist, how do you choose like when to drop music? Because I know people just have like they can drop it on their birthday, they can drop it on their favorite day of the year, whatever, and just pick to drop it. Like, is there like some type of method to like dropping albums and dropping singles, or?
So I mean, I kind of have more of a spooky sound. I really like dark melodic tones in my music. That's just kind of me. So for me, it makes the most sense to drop around winter, to drop around Halloween. You know, that's when that kind of stuff is trending anyway, naturally. So why not do it then? That's kind of how I've been doing it for now. You know, same thing goes with summer tracks. You gotta talk about what, like that watermelon song from that dude from One Direction, like perfect time to release that in the summer. You know what I mean? So certain things in the lyrics and things like that, I think can have a role in why you would release it at this time or not. So that's kind of how I view it.
Okay. Do you have music that we can listen to?
I do not. Because right now I'm focused on my show. So I have a reality show coming out October 30th. Next year.
Oh, I was about to say, wait a minute. Damn.
She's like, God, I miss all that. Next year. So
okay.
I'm dropping everything at one time because what I did was completely rebrand. And I wanted to start completely fresh and just put out what I actually wanted to do. Because for a while, I was kind of letting people get in my ear. You know, like, oh, you should do this. You do this. That's not what I wanted to do.
Right.
So I deleted all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I started completely over. The only song that I still have on YouTube is the song that I made for Black Lives Matter. So you can still find that song. It's featuring BMF Cash. Okay. So it was a song that I did with a rapper, and it turned out really, really good. But that's the one song I still have on there. Everything else I had, I deleted and started completely over. So, because also, I mean, we can get into it. Like, I've had some horrible experiences with bands that I've been in and things like that. And just, you know, that plays also a role into why I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it like that no more. Because I'm going to keep it real. In the South down here, it's completely different metal community than where I'm from.
So we got Southern metal.
Right. Because I'm going to keep it real. A lot of these people are like, you got the newer generation coming up that still does metal. But then, bluntly, a lot of the metal people down here are like those old dad bands. Yeah. And we just going to leave it nice like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when they see somebody like me, it's not always so kind. It's not always open arms. We're going to embrace you. And then some people bluntly have certain things that they do in certain ways that they think that they don't even realize do come across as racist. Like, you may not even realize that you're doing that, but you're still making me uncomfortable, and I don't want to work with you. Right. So I've been dealing with that since I moved down here, versus like where I'm from, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because like punk and metal, that's the point, is that you're not supposed to care. You're supposed to be like turning up and doing your thing. That's the whole brand. That's what it is. So it doesn't make sense to me when people are racist or prejudiced or homophobic in the industry down here in the metal community. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah. So I'm, you know, it's a completely different scene down here. I was honestly like in a almost like culture shock. Almost when I came down here, it was like, ain't no wonder ain't no black people in metal down here. Y'all running them all off. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it
trap
real.
music down here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's scary, like, man. But yeah, like, I had a situation with a band. I'm not gonna say their name because they don't deserve no time. Irrelevant as fuck. But I will give this example for other artists that they can understand what I mean. So I joined this band when I first moved down here. I auditioned for them. They picked me to be their lead singer. They were already like kind of somewhat established band. You know what I mean? So I was like, cool, this will be easy foot in the door. I don't have to like put my own band together. You know what I mean? I can skip all that process. Boom. So I get in the door with them. Everything's going good. I had a racist situation happen on Facebook. Let's leave it at that. So I posted this man's business because he had like he owned a business. So I posted his business and the screenshots of what was said to me and bluntly said, do not support this business. They don't fuck with people of color. Don't go there. The basis of that ban inboxes me and tells me, well, I don't think what he said to you is racist and blah, blah, blah. First off, sweetheart, let me check you for real. One, you're a white woman. You cannot tell me what is not racist. Second, even if you were a person of color, you can't tell another person of color what isn't going to offend them. I'm my own individual. Exactly. But, sweetheart, I will delete the post because it's never that deep. I'm about my money. You know what I'm saying? So I delete the post. She still wants to go back and forth, arguing me like, girl, I'm too cute for this. I ain't got no time. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep it real. They did the black girl got a bad attitude complex with me. Right. They were like, oh, you can't control your temper and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bluntly, who the hell is going to control their temper when everybody's done everything but call you the N-word? Right. That's done. Right. That's dead. Like, no, like, you cannot expect that from anybody. I don't care how class you are or anything. I'm going to check you if you disrespect me in that way. You know what I'm saying? That's not a civil moment anymore. You broke that when you did your thing. So that's kind of what is happening down here with the bands down here, is that they do certain, just the people's mindset and how they think. They're not progressive. They're not aware of what the climate of America actually is, and they're in denial of if racism even exists, some of them. Like, you know,
right.
So you just kind of gotta just high and by,
right?
You know, right, high and by. And that's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start my own band, which is what I've been doing. Been holding auditions for my own band.
Yeah,
I have everything together now.
Auditions for? What are you looking for exactly?
So I have all the pieces, but a bassist. I've had a really hard time finding a bassist.
What's a bassist?
Down here.
That's like a guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been
right. I was like, in orchestra, so I'm thinking like the stand up bass.
Yeah.
Okay. She's still talking about the flute, the recorder.
right.
She's talking about the
like Lizzo. Well, don't Lizzo play the flute?
And she talking about the recorder.
Lizzo,
you know.
I think Lizzo play flute. Anyway, shout out Lizzo. I love her. But yeah, so that's just kind of what's been going on. I was like, you know what, let's forget bluntly all these dad bands. They have this Southern mentality in that sense, and I'm just gonna do it myself. So I held auditions. I had a pretty decent turnout, and I found the people that I wanted, and it's awesome. And the other thing is, I love the fact that we're all similar in age. That may sound really stupid, but I love that because I don't have any issues with them at all. You know what I mean? Like, we get along, everything flows good, and the music sounds good. I can't wait for everybody to be able to hear it. Once again, so everybody can remember, show's coming out October 2021, and show is my album, so I'm so super excited. But if you guys want to play that one song that I have on YouTube, you can. I don't know if you guys want to do that or not, but yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, just auditioning and going through that whole process and saying F these dad bands that want to be racist snobs.
Pull it up on your phone.
Pull it up on my phone?
Oh. What is it on YouTube?
Bam featuring BMF Cash.
Bam featuring BMF Cash.
Yep. And I was bored on my iPhone. I made it a little music video, y'all. Be balling on a budget over here. Period.
Okay. Okay.
I have no shame.
Okay. Now, was the rapper that you are on this song with, was he the first rapper that you worked with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how was that? Like,
he was one of those people that, like, bluntly, he was just like, I love what you're doing. And I liked his sound already anyway. And I was like, well, BMF Cash, Black Mafia Family.
Yeah. BMF Cash.
Yeah. Yep. So that's kind of what's been going on.
Okay, would you work with like any more rappers?
Yeah, so actually the rapper that you introduced
now,
me to.
Oh yeah, okay.
Copyright. Hi, buddy. I love you.
Happening copyright.
Copyright and I are in the writing process, actually. Yeah. So, yeah. You ready? I'm sorry. All right. This song is called Rise, featuring BMF Cash and Bam. Hey everybody, we're back.
Yes, I was just asking her a little more about the song. What you said you released it this year, and why did you feel like this was the song that you need to put out?
I mean, like I said, there's not that many like recognized Black people in metal.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in that game needed to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if I only have 15 followers. I needed to say something.
Right.
After Breonna Taylor was killed, I cried for days. I don't even know her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's family, that's blood. That hurt me.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to say something. There ain't no point in me sitting here complaining about nobody saying nothing. I'm just going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a conversation with BMF,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, you know what? I'm down. So we just went to the studio. We made that song in less than 3 hours.
All right.
Because I was just pissed and went in the studio and was just like, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and that's that. And we're dropping.
You were pissed that you went in the studio
and
yelling.
I dropped it on Juneteenth. You feel me?
Okay.
But yeah, so that's why I released it. Just the police brutality is getting insane. It's getting really, really sad. And you know, I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw George Floyd crying for his mother, that should have had the whole world shook.
Right.
You have a grown man crying for his mother. I couldn't take it no more. So I was like, you know what? I'm not one to get involved in politics. I'm not one to get involved in any of that kind of stuff. But I am one to stand up for what's right. And that's just common sense. And that's what's right. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I did.
All right. Awesome. So you said that you and Copyright are working on a track.
We are.
So I'm excited. When I first met him, I said, you know what? I got somebody for you. Right. Now, it could have been an R&B artist. It could have been anybody. But I like, y'all got to make something happen.
Me and him, like, and it's so funny, like, our chemistry, like, as friends, it was just, like, as soon as he was like, hello, I was like, hello, we just started, like, vibing. I'm like, I fuck with you, man. Like, you're dope. But Copyright I love Copyright. Yes. I mean, he is, can you talk about someone who can rap? Like, that's insane. He is a lyricist. He is the definition of what that is. And, I mean, my dream, bluntly, is always to be working with Eminem. Okay. I am obsessed with him.
He right next to him.
Marshall Mathers. Hi, how are ya? So when I heard his style, I was like, you're giving me Rich. You're giving me M. I'm down. Let's do it. I'm ready, because that's something I've wanted to do anyways, that kind of record. So I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is.
All right.
But it's definitely heavily influenced by Linkin Park, because we were both fans of the lead singer who passed away. Rest in peace, my friend. So we were like, you know, let's take some of his influence from Chester and let's put it on this track. Also to honor him a little bit as well. His loss was insane for me personally. Same thing with Michael Jackson. Those are two people that, you know, really influenced me as an artist. So that was definitely one of the hardest celebrity deaths that I've had. So as long as Celine Dion doesn't go anytime soon, I'll be okay. I'm obsessed with Celine Dion. That back bend, sis. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Now you did mention Eminem.
Yes, I like him.
With a similar style to Copyright. Is there any other artists like in the industry that you would want to work with?
Ooh, Amy Lee.
Okay.
Amy Lee's the lead singer of Evanescence. Her music bluntly saved my life. She's somebody I want to meet just because of that alone. But her voice is insane. She's like an operatic type of like dark metal. If you don't know who Amy Lee is and Evanescence is, please go check them out. They're insane. But Amy Lee, Lady Gaga, oh my God, yes. Like Gaga has broke so many barriers for women. It's amazing. I also love how she's a gay advocate. I respect her so much for using her platform and using her voice in that way.
Right.
Madonna.
Okay.
Who doesn't love Madonna? I mean, it's Madonna. You know what I'm saying? Who else? The lead singer from Fire from the Gods. I cannot remember his name right now, but he is one of the few black males in metal and rock. And he has like almost this Jamaican vibe going on with his sound, with his metal, and it's really cool how he incorporated like black culture into metal. I was like, yes.
Okay.
And last but certainly not least, Tatiana Westbrook, the best metal vocalist in the game right now. That woman is insane. Check out Ginger if you do not know who that is. Like, Ginger. Period. Yes, Ginger, Jinger.
Oh, J. Okay.
Yeah, Jinger. check her out. Her video Pisces went viral. Simply because she can sing as well. Not saying that that's like so uncommon, but like in the way that she sings, like she's a singer, you know, and then she's also a screamer. And the way that track was, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. Right. You wouldn't know that she was about to do that. Right. Like there's so many reaction videos of that track online just because of how crazy her vocals are. So she's that's definitely somebody.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, what's the difference in screaming, like metal screaming? Do you just like scream or do you sing as well
There's
in metal?
So many different types of techniques of screams.
Okay.
For me, I do more of a vocal fry scream, which is where, like, for me personally, I use more of my diaphragm than I do like my upper body, like my head voice, and that kind of thing. Like you have shrill voice and pig squeals and all these different technical names for all this stuff. I do not do high screams. I'm more of a low screamer, as you guys heard on the track. That's just kind of more what I focus on. I feel like if I did a high scream, I would probably like wreck my voice, because the thing is you have to figure out your body chemistry and make sure that you're doing it the right way. Same thing with whistle notes that Mariah Carey does. If you don't do them properly, you're not going to be able to sing. Right. So, you know, Melissa Cross, shout out to the best metal vocalist ever alive. She's insane. If you're someone who wants to learn how to scream, look up Melissa Cross. She is not cheap, but she doesn't need to be cheap because she's the best. Okay. She's like one of the few well-known like vocal coaches for extreme. They call it extreme coaching, an extreme voice coach. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's worked with so many bands.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So now you said the reality show that you're filming is going to be your album.
So yeah. So what I'm doing is dropping the show, and then every time a show drops, there'll be a music video coming out with it. You know what I mean? So like show, and then the music video will be like in the end or whatever. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do it yet, but just like they're being released at the same time. Okay. The show is about me and my struggles of being in this industry, and just kind of so people can kind of get to know me better anyway. I thought it would be fun because a lot of people see people after they've made it. Like there's so many documentaries about people after they've made it, but I haven't seen anything about
they gotta remake
someone like upcoming, like in real time, like you're growing with them, you're seeing what they're doing. So I mean, I brainstormed for a long time on this concept of that alone, of how can you get people to kind of know you on a more personal level, on your terms, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. But the name of the show is Diaries of Bam. So that's just kind of what it is. It's a little bit of everything. You may see me doing laundry in one episode. I may be at the studio. I may be being a mom outside with my dogs. Like it's just about me.
I think that's a dope concept. Because you said each episode that drops, you're going to drop a single behind that episode.
Yes.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what we're doing.
Somebody about to catch your bite. They about to catch.
That's okay. You heard it here first. I had an idea first. Period.
Okay. So what do you feel about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation?
When he shot her.
Yeah.
Man, look here. What he shot her for? That's what I was like, didn't he shoot her foot?
Yeah, I have no idea why they, like.
My whole thing is this. Forget all that. Why was Kylie Jenner hanging out with Megan Thee Stallion? Like, sis. Like, how did this relationship happen? Right. That's what, honestly, I'm more concerned about. I'm not concerned. I'm more interested in that story. Like, how'd you two meet? That's like a random friendship. Okay. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, why would you shoot somebody in the first place is the first?
Yeah.
There's something going on. It's kind of stupid.
I think I was hearing like a lot of people were saying that, you know, that relationship was basically toxic already, so they were probably like getting in like different spouts.
Were they together?
Like, I didn't know they was together until he shot her in the foot.
Oh my god,
that's me because I'm not really into anything.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Unless you're like Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, a band that I fuck with. Like, I don't care what's going on. Right. I just pray that nothing happens to you. But other than that, I'm like, I don't really listen to your music. So I'm not going to really know unless like something insane happens. You know, like,
But the only rapper that like I'm really vibing with that's like newer. Well, he's not really newer, but whatever. Jonah Lucas. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. Jonah Lucas.
Okay.
He is like lyric wise is amazing, and I love how he uses his voice. He's not scared to say what everybody's thinking, and I respect him for that. He's somebody I would like to meet as well. Also, Logic is insane.
Yeah, I love Logic.
He's phenomenal. Phenomenal upcoming rapper who should have made it a long time ago. Let's keep it real. So yeah, I mean, there's a few rappers that I mess with, but like, I'm gonna keep it real. Most of these mainstream people going, yeah, girl, drop it to the flow, and that I'm not trying to hear a song about a woman being degraded. Right. I'm not. That's not my vibe. Right. I don't mind twerking. I love me a good twerk song. But anything that's like body shaming women, or you're talking about, you know, selling drugs and not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a hood story, right, and it be your story, right. I'm not gonna knock you for your personal story, but if you're just talking about Molly in a song just to talk about Molly in a song, you've kind of lost me there. I'm like, nah, let's not make drugs normal, right? You know, let's not make body shaming normal, and it's normal. So it's like it's already there. No, exactly. Was that a knock? Oh, okay. I was like, what was that? But yeah. All right. Yeah. So, what type of music do you listen to? Do you listen to a lot of metal music? I listen to, so like, if I were to pull out my phone right now and just like read the stuff, everybody would be like, what in the world is this girl doing? Like, I love Indian music, like from India. Like, I don't be knowing what the heck they're saying, but like the beats be so dope. You know what I'm saying? I love Indian music. I like a lot of African music. I mean, I have my friend Steady Don. I feel like he deserves a shout out. He should have made it a long time ago. He is a French African rapper, and he is amazing. Look up Steady Don on YouTube. He is amazing. And then like, I mean, a lot of heavier rock, a lot of metal. I listen to a lot of lyrical type of rappers in my playlist and things like that. I don't really dig into EDM. Okay. Sorry. I like EDM touches in other music. I like EDM influence on music, and I'd go to a concert, but I'm not just going to listen to EDM track. If you're not Dolly Parton, I probably don't care about country music. I'm going to keep it real. I respect the mess out of Dolly Parton, though. She's opened doors for women in the industry in general. So if you do music and you're a woman, you should respect Dolly Parton. Okay. So she's like, and Shania Twain. I always say her name wrong. Shania Twain, however you say her name. I like that song, though. Man, I feel like a woman. Dun, 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 bum, bum. You know, I mean, she's got some hits. I like her. But yeah, like, honestly, more female based country artists. If I do listen to country music, I don't know. That's just not really my thing. So, all right. But yeah, that's kind of my playlist. But like, it's the weirdest playlist. It's the weirdest playlist. Like, I just read it, you're like, what in the world is on this chick's phone?
Right. It's like, this ain't even your phone. It's somebody else's
Girl,
phone.
you got everything in this phone. Like, what? All types of music.
All right. Awesome. So what, after you release the reality show, your show and your album, what are you going to focus on next?
Touring.
All right.
Because hopefully COVID will be gone by October of next year. If it's not, there is something wrong. Like, seriously, like what? Like, I can't even do like a simple club show. Like, Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it together, y'all, for real. But yeah, that I mean, if things go my way, tour. I toured when I did the Color Purple thing. Okay. Other than that, no, not really.
As band, the artist.
No, I haven't toured as myself. Okay. I basically, this is what happened. I had an unexpected pregnancy at a really young age, around the time that I was focusing on my music. So a lot of things got put on the back burn. My son comes first, period. Right. So what I did was I was just writing and focusing on that progress. And a lot of people that had heard my music, they wanted me to perform. But bluntly, I'm the type of person, if if it's not perfect to me, you're not going to see it until it's perfect. Right. And at this point, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? It took me 3 years, but I'm there. I've made a lot of different progress. in that, and just focusing on actually my brand now. You know what I mean? My son's a little bit older now. My mom's able to help me out with him and things like that. Thank you, mommy. Shout out to those who help their children with their dreams.
Okay.
Supportive people.
Yes.
Back to our word of the day. Support. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And then, so now I'm at a point where I'm there and we're ready to release things and we're ready to make music videos and whatever. Because the other thing I will say is this: some people have passion, too much. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. If you don't have the budget to do the music video you want, maybe do a lyric video. Or maybe just put a picture up there and put that money that you were going to spend on your video into your mastering, mixing and mastering, mixing and mastering. Okay? So, you know, there's some things that certain artists move in a way that I don't understand, because it's like, that's cool, but like, you drop that one song and now you have a hit, right? That's awesome. That's amazing. But now you're a one-hit wonder because you wasn't prepared to drop anything behind it. That's stupid. You see what I'm saying? So like certain things I just like, no, that's not a smart move. No. Because our thing is with what I'm doing, I'm already, like I say, I'm such a unicorn anyway. It's like, if I'm come out, I better be ready. Especially with what I'm doing. I gotta be like the best. That may sound crazy, but like in my mind, I'm like, I can't fuck this up for all the little boys and girls that are like me, that are getting teased for listening to metal. I gotta do this right. You know what I'm saying? So that's I'm like really critical of myself, but I it's a blessing in disguise, I promise.
All right. Awesome. Well, I think the tour would be dope. I hope the outside opens up, because I'm trying to do a lot of things too.
Girl, let's do it. Everybody's ready for it to open, man. The depression of this whole COVID thing, it's crazy. I know some of the happiest people I've ever met that are just mentally gone right now. Because this is not normal, especially if you're like a really outgoing type of person. It's not normal to not interact with people. It's not normal to do these things. You know, it's disheartening a little bit, you know, and I pray for everybody, and I hope that everybody keeps their head up during all of this. And like I said, focus on your crafts, because I feel like that will help with that mental situation. If you focus on something, I feel like a lot of people right now are kind of getting stuck in themselves. And like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna watch Netflix all day. It's like, no, bro. Like, let's get some money. You know what I mean? Like, work on your thing. You wanna learn how to do hair? Like, look at some YouTube tutorials. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you can have multiple hustles. You don't
if
have
that's
to
what I'm
be
saying. You can entrepreneur out here. Like, be an entrepreneur for real.
Yep. Exactly. All right. So you said that when you came here to Atlanta, you was experiencing some not too good relationships and not too good people. Now, if you think it persists here in Atlanta with you interacting with those type of people, do you think that you would ever move back to Indiana?
I'm not gonna let no fucking racist run me out of shit. Okay. Let's keep that real. No, because the thing is, some of the best producers for metal are here. That's why I came here. You're not gonna stop me. And that's the other thing, you know, I had that conversation with a few friends of mine. Everybody kind of said the same thing as you, like, well, Brie, why would I let them win? The other thing, like I said, what I do may seem like really minuscule to some people, but to me, I'm like, I've seen kids get bullied for listening to different music. I've seen kids commit suicide because they're gay. I've seen all these things. If I can help those kids by being the unicorn that they need, I'm going to stay. You're not going to kick me out of nothing. That's how I feel. So for me, the reason I chose this path and I chose this career is, one, I've always loved metal music. I've always loved to sing, but also I knew that this was what God gave me. So I can help people. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I ain't about to let no racist run me off when I'm trying to help kids and do all this stuff that's in my head. You know what I'm saying? So hell no. If anything, me becoming successful is gonna be laughable to me, almost, because it's like, y'all thought I wasn't gonna do that. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna do that. No, I am. So, you know, that's kind of how I feel about that. I'm like, and that goes to anybody, like word of advice from Bam to whoever's listening. if you're going through something and someone's like discouraging you or they're being hateful and spiteful, those are their demons, not yours.
Exactly.
They have issues within themselves that they need to pray over and get that shit together.com. That is not your fault that they are going through some mess and they don't understand. Also, bluntly, a lot of times it's jealousy. They're jealous at the fact that you're willing to be yourself. Think about how many people came for Lady Gaga when she wore that meat dress. This woman has how many Emmy nominations? This woman has won almost every single award that she's been in. Like, she is a perfect example of someone who said F it.
Right.
And is successful at saying F that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, don't ever let somebody, like, stop you from doing what you want to do out of whatever the situation is. Fuck them.
Right.
Do your thing. If you know what you're supposed to do it.
All right. So let's talk about international. Like, where would you want to go to perform or to first to perform or to just go over there and, you know, meet the industry?
I'm obsessed with Japanese culture.
Okay.
I feel like I would have like a field day over there, but also at the same time, like, okay, you guys may think I'm nuts. I may be nuts for this. I was looking up like black people walking around in Japan just because it came across my mind.
And they look at people like celebrities, like
they've never seen like a black person or something. It's the funniest videos. Like, it's actually really sweet that they do it, but you know, and also culturally, like, you know, how we're like, you know, natural, give me some space. I just don't think that they think that way. And they're just kind of like, give me your picture, you know what I mean? But I love Japanese culture. I love the food. I love everything. I feel like I would have a lot of fun there. Of course, who doesn't want to go to Paris? I've heard that Paris is dirty. From what people have told me.
I heard about New Orleans. That's why I ain't trying to go.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't know. Paris. Somewhere I really, really want to go just because I want to go. Iceland.
Okay. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
That's something I want to see before I die. For sure. That's some of the most beautiful landscape that God created that I've ever seen. That would definitely be number one. And then Africa. I would love to go to Africa. And actually see the fact that our people have money and stop looking at this whitewashed version of what they show us on TV of nothing but hungry children. They're successful black, you know, African cities. I would love to visit those cities. So those would be my top places to visit.
All right. You got anything else you want to share with the people?
I'm going to share this. This is just from me. This is just something that I always tell people this after in any conversation. Respect others. Respect others' gifts. Respect others' passion. Respect their drive. Respect people. Especially right now in the climate of America with these politics and everything like that. You can have different politic views than other people, but just respect people, love people. If there's someone that you may not agree with, take the time to educate them. Don't shame them. There's a difference between educating people and shaming them. Adults can be bullies too. Stop bullying each other. Black women, be nice to each other, please. Those are my main things. I just want everybody to be kind to each other, and as Ellen would say, be nice to your neighbor no matter what. And that's how I'm going to end this. So I love everybody, and that's it.
All right. So we have a question.
Okay.
You talked about your experiences with other bands.
Yeah.
Would you be open-minded to try it again with another band? The reason I'm saying, I got a good friend of mine. He's an attorney.
The thing is, I have no issue meeting anyone ever. You know what I mean? I would love to do that. I would love to do that. It's just you would have to promise me. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, at this point, it's been that bad.
Well, I promise you, one thing about me, I don't co-sign for anybody.
Okay.
And this is my childhood friend. He lives
okay,
in Atlanta.
yeah. I'm down.
He, like I say, the attorney down in Buckhead.
Okay.
But he plays in the band also.
Right, yeah, yeah. I mean, I love meeting new artists too. That's so fun.
It is.
Because you get everybody's different, like in like musical influences. Like everybody's music taste is so unique. It doesn't even matter if you're not a musician. Everybody's music taste is so unique. And I love when that comes together and like you create something amazing. I love the actual process of writing music. Some people don't, but I love it. That's like my favorite part. Okay. Like I'd rather write music all the time, be in a studio than tour. Okay. But I'm like, I could love creating music. But yeah, that's about it though. Everybody just be kind. Like honestly, like, I can't say it enough because it's like people don't realize like the things that happen to you also as a children follow you to as an adult. If you were bullied and harassed or sexually abused, whatever, those things haunt you. You don't know people's past. Adults, I'm speaking to y'all. You don't know each other's past. So be respectful towards each other, because the same way, you're going through your battle, somebody else is going through theirs, and they may not compare, but that don't matter. You just got to be respectful towards each other, and that's it.
Yeah. And that's one thing, a lot of people, they don't respect
each other out here.
Like,
especially in Atlanta. People in Atlanta ruthless, man. Y'all down here cutthroat as heck in this industry, like no care. Just look at love and hip hop, like my lord. Y'all coming for everybody.
Yes. Look, Atlanta is on the map, baby. We ain't going on.
Man, Atlanta is the new Hollywood of the South, as they would say. So thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. I know I'm a talker, so you guys got the right one on here.
Look, listen, I'm a talker too, so like perfect. Okay.
Right. It's like me and you though, like since the day me and you met, it's been this is my sister at this point. Like whatever, man. Like she's been riding with me since day one.
Going on, I'm pulling her.
She's like, bam, I know it's last minute, babe, but like come on through. I'm like, I got you, my way.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Bam, tell the people where they can find you at.
You guys can find me on Instagram at official. Let's say it again. At official artist Bam, okay? You can also find me on Facebook on my artist page on there at artist Bam 96. Thank you guys so much.
All right, awesome. Again, this is Trina B with Lyfe ENT Group. Check us out every Tuesday here at Disco 100 Radio. If you are an artist, if you are a part of the underground world here in Atlanta, we would love to have you a part of the show.
You need to get copyright.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show up here. We did an interview with him. We did a IG, but we got to get him up here.
Yeah.
So if you would like to come on the show any Tuesday, contact us on Instagram at Lyfe ENT Group, or you can find me at Marketing Goddess 360. I look forward to connecting with you guys and appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Thanks.